Hello students, welcome to today's video class. As we have started our new chapter number 5, language of chemistry. In this chapter, in the last video, we have completed up to the characteristics of chemical reaction. This is up to the formation of precipitation reaction, types of precipitation reaction. In today's video class, I am going to start with chemical equation. As you already know that chemical equation is a representation of chemical reaction in a symbolic or using the by using symbols and formulas. Okay, the symbolic representation of chemical reaction with symbols and formulae. Any chemical reaction is having two parts. The first one is the reactant part, another is the product part. The reactant part means it is the substance which react with one another, and the product is after reaction the new product that we get is called the product part. So every equation has its two parts, that is the reactant and the product. Okay, reactants may be more than one, products are also. Reactants are always. So first part is reactant and the next part is the product. So reactant and product are the two parts of a chemical reactions. So this part is also called left hand side of the chemical reaction, and product part is called right hand side of the chemical equation. Now, to get when reactants react with one another, sometimes we need to have some extra things also that we have already studied by using heat. We use light, we use electricity, or we use some catalysts. Like that, we make a solution process. So those things we can use while performing a chemical reaction. Now the chemical reaction, reactants and products. So between if the products and reactant parts is more than one reactant, more than one product, then what we do? We use a plus sign between this, like this. We use a plus sign. Suppose hydrogen reacts with oxygen. Okay, so hydrogen and oxygen reacts with oxygen, so we have to give a plus sign, and after reaction performing, when the new product we get, in that case we have to give a arrow mark which gives a H2O, like this. So there are vast examples we can give. This is the simplest example which I have given you to show the reactant and the product part of a chemical equation. Now, in this regarding, we can write on some more examples. Suppose magnesium is Mg plus O2 gives MgO, like this. So this is also a chemical equation whose two parts are there, that is the reactant and product parts. Okay. Sorry. The next part of chemical equation. So writing a chemical equation, how we have to write a chemical equation. While writing a chemical equation, always we have to write, first of all, we write a word equation. Word equation. After writing a word equation, we have to write a skeletal equation. That means it is an unbalanced chemical equation. After that, we have to be balance the chemical equation. So it is called balanced equation. You have to write a balanced chemical equation. Here also you can give few examples. Word equation. Suppose if I write magnesium plus, if I write oxygen, it gives magnesium dioxide. Okay, magnesium oxide, sorry, it is magnesium oxide I have to write. MgO, not dioxide. Magnesium oxide. So this is called a word equation. After writing a word equation, you can write the normal formulas and symbols to write the skeletal equation, which is unbalanced. So it is Mg plus O2, it gives MgO. Now you have to balance the chemical equation. Suppose according to law of conservation of mass or matter, cannot be created nor be destroyed, it can be transformed only. So before reaction, after reaction, number of atoms remains the same. So here is the number of atom of magnesium is 1, here is also 1, it is balanced. But here oxygen is 2, but here is oxygen is only 1. So to balance that oxygen, we have to put 2 over here. After writing a 2 over there, that means magnesium also becomes 2. So you have to again write a equation 2. So now this is a balanced chemical equation. So in the same equation I have made the balancing also. So this is the 3 parts of a chemical equation. First you have to write the word equation, then you have to write the unbalanced chemical equation, or you can skeleton equation. After writing a skeletal equation, you have to balance it. Then it will be your complete chemical equation. So I hope you have understand the thing about the chemical equation and how to write a chemical equations. But before writing, again I will say you, while writing a chemical equation, we always know how to write a chemical formulas always, because always you will not get, you are not getting to write the equations in the simple elements and a single compound. Some complicated compounds will also come. Okay, in that case we have to write, learn the radicals and the ions, ionic formula, radicals formula, and always the symbol also with their valencies. Then only you can make the formula and write a proper chemical equation by using a from a word equation. Okay. Now I will show you some examples of last I told you that I will show you some examples of combination and decomposition reactions which are from your book. Okay. As I told you, in a combination reaction, when 2 or more elements are combined together to form a single compound, and gives a single compound, then it is called a combination reaction. For example, just now I have given you magnesium plus oxygen, then hydrogen plus oxygen gives water. These are all type of combination reaction. One more example I will give you. Suppose hydrogen plus chlorine, it gives HCl, hydrochloric acid. It will give hydrochloric acid. Just a minute. Okay, so it is the hydrochloric acid. Hydrogen plus chlorine, it gives hydrochloric. It is a combination example of combination reaction. Side by side again, one more example, Fe plus S, sulfur plus iron, it gives FeS. It gives FeS, iron sulfide. Again it is a combination, 2 elements gives a single compound, it gives a iron sulfide. Next type of I have to left you for a while. Now another example is given is a carbon dioxide CO2 plus H2O. Yes, carbon dioxide plus H2O. Then what you will get? You will get H2CO3. You will get H2CO3. Again, it is a type of a that is called carbonic acid. It is the formula of carbonic acid. When carbon dioxide reacts with water, it gives a carbonic acid. This acid is generally we use it in the form of in aerated drinks. In cold drinks, suppose you drink a Coca-Cola, Fantas and Thumbs Up, you are getting the carbonic acid in them, because when carbon dioxide is mixed with water at a high pressure, it gives a fizziness and gives us extra taste also. Okay, so these are the examples of combination reaction. After that, I will show you some examples of decomposition reaction. Decompose means when one single compounds are heated, or sometimes electricity passes through them, or sometimes do some special cases, okay, to break them, and individual compounds are separated from the compound. So this is called the decomposition reaction. For example, if I write give KCl, KClO3, KClO3, when you heat it, on heating, when potassium chlorate is heated, then what you will get? You will get potassium chloride. This is called KCl plus what you will get? You will get the oxygen. So you can see a single compound potassium chlorate when heated, it breaks into two compounds, that is a potassium chloride and oxygen. So this is an example of decomposition reaction. So another example is copper carbon. You can take a calcium carbonate, CaCO3 again. So again when you heat it, what you will get? You will get calcium oxide, CaO, plus again O2. You get O2. So calcium oxide again, on you can see it is a single compound. When heated, it gives a two compound, that is products, that is calcium oxide and oxygen. So again this is an example of potassium decomposition reaction. So these are the few examples that I show you about the combination reaction and decomposition reaction. Sometime one example I will show you for electrolysis also. Suppose NaCl, sodium chloride. If you want to break the sodium and chlorine from the sodium chloride, what you have to do? You have to pass electricity. You have to pass electricity, that is called, and this process is called electrolysis. This process is called electrolysis process. When you make it, you will get sodium plus chlorine. So again you can see it is an example of decomposition reaction. So there are lots of examples. Few more examples are given in your book also. So go through them and try to solve the questions of your textbook. I will give you some homeworks also. The next video class I will discuss some important questions from your exercise. Okay, so I hope you have understand this about the chemical equations and way of writing a chemical equations. Okay, thank you.